myself.
What'd you do?
Somebody knocked this knob on the switcher.
What does that mean?
This was all the way. So it needs to be like all the way up.
Probably you.
I did not touch this. I didn't touch the switcher.
The USB level.
This one.
That one.
Well, no, but you know, whatever.
Alright, well, I blame Rizzo because he was in here all day.
I did not touch that wire. I did not touch that.
Thank you.
I touched this wire. That's it.
Alright, bye.
People touch you and
Yeah, I'm like, we haven't touched it. When can we pull it?
No, well, once I turned the internal mic up, I was like, okay, that works. And you're the idiot that did that.
it wasn't us. Everything was
Why did you leave now?
No, I can't do that. Not at all.
At least we got it.
Now I have to repeat everything I said.
No one's saying anything, so were you like, why isn't it working? Oh my god.
Joking.
You're looking at the main
Oh
audio.
my god.
Alright, are we still live? Still live? Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. At a minute and a half, we're gonna start talking, and that's when we're gonna figure out our level. So I'm just gonna ask the questions and we can just go.
We're going to repeat everything we said because nobody knows anything we said about the coaches. So now we can repeat.
Yeah, you can repeat it, yeah. Just say we have like, blame the internet. Blame the internet. For real. Wait, this scoreboard is not even updated.
It's not free.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I know how to get it. I'm just gonna act like that's always been there. I'm just gonna act like it's always been there. Okay, set is alive. Oh, minute and a half then. Alright. Ready? Ready, go from? Hear the intro? 3, 2, 1, sick.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here tonight with your Adrian College Bulldogs. We are so sorry for the technical difficulties in the first period. Don't know what happened. Most of the Wi-Fi issue. Julius Smith here alongside Nick Rizzo. We are super excited to get the second period started of Bulldog hockey. Shots on goal, Curtis Chan 21-8 in favor of the Bulldogs. Both teams came out with a lot that first period. Both super excited to get out on the ice. A lot of hard work, a lot of passing, a lot of creativity for both teams in that case. The Bulldogs didn't really have much of a look on their side from goaltender perspective, but the Alabama had a lot of shots on them. They had that goalie's doing great. You know, he had 21 shots on them, and he only let 4 in. It's not really bad considering you're against the #1 team in the nation. And we're going to start out this first period with a power play for Alabama.
Starting off the second period.
We got 1 minute and 17 seconds left for penalty for the Bulldogs. So hopefully we can get another look. And if we don't keep this up, we don't know where it's going to go. Like Coach Estalo said, we got to work hard. And if we don't give our best, we don't give our all, they're going to give us a run for money. You know, they can give us a look. They got really good coaches, really good team.
And as we said, the shots are really in favor of the Bulldogs, 21-8. But of the 8 shots that Alabama has had, they've all been promising. They've had some decent chances.
They've had very, very good shots.
Surprised to see the goaltenders held up. Pucks drop. Bulldogs will win it back into their zone. As Julia said, we have 1 minute and about 16 seconds on this kill left for them.
Everything.
Sorry about that, Bulldog fans. We're going to have a couple more technical difficulties tonight. We're going to all figure it out for you guys. It's going to be a great broadcast.
Yeah, we've just been having a couple of different technical difficulties. New setup here at the rink this year, so everything's kind of just a little out of control for us. So, Bulldogs will win the draw in their own zone, as it looks like they just got another penalty too. So it's carried in, and the Crimson Tide will take it into the Bulldog zone, trying to get a shot off here. Thrown back up to the blue line, to the circle, thrown. Goaltender makes the initial save, and it's wheeled back up to the hash marks. And it's thrown back on net. Goaltender makes the initial save. Rebound given up, but the Bulldogs will take that. And it's going to find its way to stay in the zone. The Tide will keep this one in, and it's thrown back out by the Bulldogs. And they'll get a clear and a change of a couple guys here. Actually, I think we just had one change there. Thrown back down for the Tide. Goes all the way in, and Bulldogs will get there first. Thrown back in deep. And it looks like they're just playing pass back and forth between the ends of the ice here, between the goalies. Crimson Tide carrying the puck in their own zone, wheeling up into the neutral zone. Carries it in, couldn't get a pass off. Bulldogs gain control, throw it down, and the goaltender is going to try and kick this one away. Good one there, as I believe it was Frederick Angeli who had a good chance. There are shots, and the Bulldogs will get a goal. Shot from behind, pass from behind the net right onto the stick of, I believe that was number 24, Justin Fisher, the captain of the Division I ACHA team this year. Bulldogs are going to lead 5-0 after that shorthanded goal. Julia, we're about 3 minutes in the second period, and are you liking what you're seeing out of the Crimson Tide? Do you think they're putting in enough effort? You think they need to put in more? What are you thinking here?
I think they're actually putting a really great effort out there. Like I said, this is not a tough team to go against at any point in life, and they know that. They know what they're going up against, and the Bulldogs know what they have to give because they know that not any game is going to be easy.
Yeah, and you know, they're doing a great job of trying to fight the Bulldogs and trying to keep this clean and whatnot. As the goaltender for Adrian will keep that one out. Frederick Angeli carries the puck in, throws it on net. It's kicked behind by the goaltender. Thrown back up by the Crimson Tide. They'll carry in the neutral zone, looking for a chance here. Drop back, nobody was there. And Austin Kuhn will clear that one. And looks like we're gonna have 5-on-5 here. And as a result, the puck was iced from Kuhn's pass down. Just bad timing. Case of bad timing here for the Bulldogs. But I agree with what you said, Julia. They're coming back. They look like, you know, they talked in the locker room, the Crimson Tide, and they're doing a good job of trying to keep it in the zone and just battling for it. And
No, absolutely. The Bulldogs could be scoring a lot more. They're putting up a really, really good fight.
Yeah, and this is a hard team to fight against the Bulldogs. It's very hard to. So the puck's iced again from the Bulldogs, and Crimson Tide will get a draw in the Bulldogs zone, the offensive zone for the Crimson Tide. To the right of the goaltender, Kuhn will take the draw, win it back, and his defense will take it behind the net. Can't quite see the number on that jersey. It's chipped back up, and Crimson Tide, that one almost went into their own bench, courtesy of one of their players. They'll battle for the puck, and they'll maintain control, throw it in, and Grinnell will catch a block there. Behind the Crimson Tide net, or behind the Bulldogs net, excuse me, the Bulldogs will kick that one out and come down. Finger chases the Crimson Tide player for the puck. Almost turned it over. Tide will hold on and exit the zone. Glimple carrying the puck neutral in the neutral zone will wheel around over the blue line, looking for a pass. Gets it off and throws it on net. Moore couldn't get that one behind. And it's Kotek with the puck top of the circle, throws it on. Goaltender makes the initial save. It's thrown up central ice, and a couple players falling down there as the puck's iced from the Crimson Tide. So draw will come down into the Crimson Tide zone, I think. And a little confusion here from the referees and such about who's allowed to change and who's not to. Puck to the right, or to the left of the goaltender, right side here. And Crimson Tide will carry the puck in, wheel it around, and no shot will be allowed as the Bulldogs defense keeps that one away from their goaltender. Carrying it in, looking for an opportunity, throws it on net. Goaltender makes a tough save, but he kept that one out somehow.
That was a really good save. I was not expecting that one, and they did a really, really good job of it.
And if I'm correct, that shot was freshman Manny Silverio. Stands 5'11", 190, freshman here at Adrian College. Quite a few new names on this roster this year.
There is quite a few of them, and honestly, you can't really tell. That's one thing I love about this team is that you can't tell when there's new players. The chemistry is so well put together.
Yeah, it almost looks like they have it. Almost, if you don't really pay attention to the numbers and the rosters, it almost looks like they have the same team as last year, just the way they're playing, and so looks like we're gonna get a draw in the Tide zone here. The puck was iced, so. Puck dropped, and the Tide will win it back. Attempt to get out. It's chipped up the boards, and it's thrown back in deep as they can't get it out on the first attempt. McLean carries the puck, wraps around, can't find the back of the net. Stanko chases up against the boards and battles for it. And it's chipped back up. Pozo with a shot, catches a deflection. Ends up at the top of the circle where it'll be battled for. And Stanko falls back, tries to play a little bit of D there. It's in front of the goaltender behind the net. Battled for, ends up across the boards. Thrown back on net, catches a couple of pads of the Crimson Tide player. It's chipped out and will finally exit the zone. And it'll be carried back in behind their net. And they'll hold on to it, try and regroup. But Donaldson get with a good forecheck. Same with Stanko, and makes him move out in a little bit of a rush. Tide carries in, and they can't get a shot off on the goaltender of the Bulldogs. And they'll be fought for in their corner. Bulldogs end up with it, thrown back up. Donaldson can't get this one out, so it'll go back in deep. And it's behind the net. Chipped back up. Stanko can't carry the puck out, but Donaldson receives a pass that'll get it out of the zone. And Perkowski in the Crimson Tide zone, and it'll be battled for up against the boards. Donaldson taking on two of the Crimson Tide players at once. Kowski with the puck, chips it up to Stone. Will take a second and shoot, but it catches a deflection. It looked like it hit that player's leg, and I think it looked like it did. And it went up right into the netting, so we'll get a whistle.
I like the action I'm seeing. I don't know about you, but I think it's going really well for both teams, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's almost as if this period has a little bit more of a competitive nature than the last. Last period, we kind of saw a little bit of just the Bulldogs kind of run the cycles and Alabama not get too many shots. But they've done a pretty good job of trying to get shots and get action.
No, absolutely. They're coming out a lot harder this period. I think it's going to do them some good.
Throws it on net. Goaltender makes a save. We get a whistle. A couple of bodies meet in front of the net, but a good couple pets exchanged. Something I love about this. Every team here at Adrian. Great sports.
Absolutely.
Every team. Not even hockey team. Every athletic team here is just their great sportsmanship and their character, both in their respective sports and off. They're great people. Everybody who's an athlete here at this school. Just chip back up, and Prokowski will dump it in, but it's offsides. Donaldson carries it in as they get back onside. Prokowski drops back to Donaldson, back up to the blue line. A shot, catches a couple of feet, and get back out. Another shot. A pass up to the slot, and good save there. Good reading of the timing there from the goalie.
That was a really good save by the goalie once again. The shots on goal currently stand 26-12 in favor of your Bulldogs. And I talked to assistant captain Cooper McLean earlier, and he said, and I asked him, what are you guys working on? What do you want to do? He said, we're working on keeping things simple. We got to stay with the system, and they're doing a really good job of doing that. They're not doing any crazy plays, just sticking to what they know. They're executing what they know best.
And that's something again, really something that sticks out about this team is that, I think you've said it multiple times in this game, but their coach Gary Astalos, he said it last year and he says it this year. Their motto is blue collar hockey. They just play the game. They do they do the usual plays, and it's nothing crazy. It really isn't, like you said. It's just them trying to do the simple stuff, get shots on net, nothing fancy. They bring the fancy if it's needed.
Of course they do.
And they definitely can, but otherwise they try to keep it simple, and it's gotten them to win games and win national championships and plenty of trophies. Actually, I think I told you before the game, I wish I could walk up to Coach Stalos and tell him to change that blue collar to a gold collar with how many trophies they've won. Pops out in the slot, nobody there to take a shot, but the Bulldogs will keep it in. Troy carrying the puck. Back down to the hash marks, top of the circle, shoots, and Finger will get a goal there, putting the Bulldogs up 6-0.
What a look.
That was a really good look there.
I'm not sure who that was assisted by, but that was made by Finger, number 21.
I think it was number 22, Jordan Ashoy, who got that assist on that goal.
And that's what they were talking about. You got to keep it simple. Stick to what we know. It worked. We were up 6-0 about halfway through the second period, and the Bulldogs are doing absolutely fantastic, doing a really good job of keeping the puck in their offensive zone. That is exactly where they want to be at all times.
Yeah, halfway through regulation, as you said, 6-0, Bulldogs lead. Shots at 28-12 in favor of the home team. Crimson Tide with a chance here. A pass, and the goaltender will come and make a side-to-side save. Big save for his team. Another shot, nobody there to pick up a rebound. Bounce up to the blue line. Crimson Tide seemed to be a little bit triggered by that last goal there, trying to come out flying and get some action here. That's probably one of the better plays I've seen tonight out of Alabama. Pass, goalie will not even get a touch on that. It goes right over him, pops back out. Crimson Tide in their own zone, passing up, and Bulldogs, great forechecking there, and they'll get the puck back. Moore carrying. Catches a body up against the boards. It's battled for. Down to Glimple looking for Kotek, but couldn't quite find him. Crimson Tide pick it off. 3-on-2 forming. And it's chipped back up, and a good forechecking presence actually will lead them to a power play, as can't quite see who that was, but he got nailed against the boards by two of the Crimson Tide players. He got sandwiched. It looked like his head went right into the part where the boards meet the glass in that red lining, and looks a little shaken up, but hopefully he's all right. Bulldogs will get a power play out of it.
I think Alabama's starting to get a little bothered, I guess is a good way to say it, and they're really not taking anything, and we're coming out physical. That's what, the coach Estella said. We got to come out good. We got to come out physical, and that's exactly what they're doing. Do what their coach said, and, sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. That's just how hockey works.
It's just one of those, I think, bad positioning penalties. You both end up in the same corner. Next thing you know, you're sandwiching a Bulldog player, and next thing you know, you're in the box. And we've seen twice tonight how lethal the Bulldogs penalty is. Looking to see it a third time. Stanko passes the puck, looking for a back, throws it on net, but it's a little wide. Glimple carrying back up to Kotek, and the blue line back down to Glimple. Top of the circle, throws it on net, goes through a couple bodies, but bounces off onto a Crimson Tide player's stick, who will dump it down. And both teams will take it slow here. Crimson Tide with the puck in the slot, wide open, a shot. Goalie makes a shoulder save there. And it's chipped back up. Costello with the puck over the blue line with speed. Drops it back right onto the stick of a Crimson Tide player. Stanko falling back to play D here. And he'll recoil and chip it back up to Costello, who's going to drop it to Greneau. Up to Donaldson. And he's got a couple players with him. He's got some time. Drops it back up to Greneau at the blue line. No D-to-D pass possible. Donaldson falls back. Top of the circle in the slot. He shoots and goes just wide. Goalie looked like he didn't have a clue where that was. Donaldson, far corner, back up to Kotek, who will take a pass to Greneau, and he'll wheel around, get a shot, and it goes off a stick. Crimson Tide take it. Instead of dumping it, they'll pinch down. Kotek tries to get the puck. Stanko ends up with it. Moore carrying the puck, 3-on-2 forming. Moore to Donaldson. He'll wheel back around, drop down to the blue line. Top of the circle is shot, and it looks like it hit the inside of a shin pad of a Crimson Tide player. Moore with the puck up to the top of the circle and back down to the blue line. A shot bounces off the shin pad, and the Bulldogs will have to recoil with 17 seconds on their power play for the night here. And so Rio with the puck takes it back in deep, chips it up, and looks like they're just going to cycle down, and instead of trying to take a chance here, they'll try and call in a little bit. Chip back up, and Bulldog carrying the puck, dangles around, looking for Donaldson, finds him. Donaldson goes just over the net. Crimson Tide chip the puck all the way back down, and it's thrown back up to Donaldson. Moore carrying the puck, trying to wheel around, can't quite do so. Catches a couple bodies, but he persists and carries the puck, throws it back in deep. Donaldson's going to chase that one. Chip back up. Crimson Tide carrying the puck. Body thrown on him from Perkowski. Pozo with the puck. Chips back down. And player tripped up. I think it was Dan Stone. No call. No penalty there. Stone chips the puck up, and he'll fight for it. Fisher will get control. Got somebody far side with him. Can't get the pass off. Just poked away. No short side opportunity there. And Bulldogs will take it into their own D zone, chip up, and look to come in on a chance. McLean chasing the puck here, won't get there in time. Body check, Perkowski onto a Crimson Tide player. Tide carries the puck in the slot of the Bulldog zone, wheel around right on the stick of Fisher, who's going to take it behind his own net and try and buy some time and peel away for his team. Seems to be a stick just sitting around in the corner there. D-to-D pass, Stone with the puck, chips it up, and can't exit the zone. And a good hit there, hard hit there by Perkowski onto a Tide player. It's carried up, and a shot, or a pass, excuse me, thrown on net. Goalie couldn't quite get that one on the short side, and the Crimson Tide score a goal there. I think it was a little bit of confusion. I don't know, I don't think they knew if it went in or not.
No, that was hard to see. I couldn't see it from up here. I don't know about you, but I didn't think that one went in, and it did. Probably slipped in around by the side. I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, I think it just slipped under his pad. It wasn't anything fancy. I think it was just one of those dirty goals. But, hey, sometimes those are what you need in a hockey game to keep you in it. And, 6-1, you have 6 minutes left in the second and 20 minutes in the third. The Tide have plenty of time to put a couple more in.
Absolutely.
And I think they're looking to build momentum off of that one.
Right. Well, and to clarify on the Bulldog goal, that was made by Finger, assisted by Frederick and Jelly and Oshiri.
The Bulldogs behind their own net will slow it down. Try and chip it up. Frederick and Jelly throws it up. Looking for Kuhn, who will carry it in. Gives it to Finger. Can't get the dangle off. Frederick and Jelly gets there. Up at the blue line, gives it back down to Kuhn. Looking for Finger on a backhand. Couldn't get him there. And it's thrown back out. McLean and Kotek will chase, but it looks like we're going to get an icing on the Crimson Tide. So offensive zone draw for the Bulldogs. 6 minutes and 2 seconds left in the second period as the home team leads 6-1 in the first of this two-series game. Second game against the Crimson Tide here at Arrington tomorrow at 3 p.m., October 20th. God, October's almost already over. It's flying by.
Absolutely insane, but just the start to hockey season.
Yeah. I think everybody missed hockey season, especially when it came to the Bulldog fans. I think everybody missed it.
Oh, absolutely. Such a big culture heritage here in college, and everyone's so supportive.
All 7 of the hockey teams here on campus.
That's crazy that we have so many.
I'm amazed there's any excess ice time, honestly.
There's really not.
Between the 7 hockey teams and the 4 figure skating teams we have here, it's absurd. A good chance there for Austin Kuhn, but he couldn't find the back of the net. Frederick and Jelly throws it back down to Finger in the corner, who will take it below the goal line. Kuhn looking for a pass up to the blue line, back down to Kuhn at the top of the circle, who couldn't hold on to that pass, and it'll be thrown into the middle of the circle. The Tide will come up with it and exit the zone, but it gets put right back onto the stick of the Bulldog defense, which has been rock solid tonight. And between them and the goalie, 16 shots, 1 goal. That's really good.
Oh, absolutely amazing. That's one thing I really admire about this Bulldog team is that they work hard in every position they are, and if they need to go up, they will, and if someone needs to drop back, they can. Yeah, and that's a really great thing to have as a team.
Very well versed position-wise. They're not afraid to pinch down. Good chance there, good shot, and I believe that was Dominic Moore, and goalie kept that one in. But as I was saying, yeah, they're really good positioned here, especially this team. If somebody needs to step down, they'll do it. We've seen forwards do it a lot tonight. Actually, in 4 games here, this is the 5th game the Bulldogs have. They've given up now 5 goals against. I'm pretty sure. I've read that stat this morning, but I'm pretty sure with this one it's 5. And that's crazy. That that just goes to show how rock solid your defense is. So Tide will get caught offside here, and the draw will come in front of their bench. So 4.5 minutes in the second. Julia, if you're both teams, what are you trying to do for the next 4 minutes? And you talk about the locker room heading into the third.
Well, to start, I think it's super important for the Bulldogs to keep doing what they're doing. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but this period they've really slowed it down. I don't want to say they slowed down the game, but they slowed down their passes. They gave each other options. They look, and that's really important that they did that because that gives almost more practice time. Like you use these games as practice time to get better. Like this is what it's really like, and I think it's really important that the Bulldogs are doing that. And for Alabama, they've done a lot better this second period. I got to say, they've had a lot more time in their offensive zone. They got a look. They got one goal. It's really good. And they're taking their time, too. They know that they can't really get past our defense much, so they're taking that into consideration. And I think both teams are going to have a lot to talk about before they come out for the third period, but I think in general it's like keep pushing. You got to skate these 60 minutes fully. You cannot back off, especially not now. Yeah, no breaks, no off the gas here tonight for either team. Brennan Stanko carrying the puck over the blue line. Catches a couple of bodies, but he'll hold on. And Glimple looking for Silveria on the pass. Couldn't quite find him. Goaltender will hold on to that one. We saw a 2-on-1 form a little bit ago. Beautiful play. I think that was more on the shot. Couldn't find the back of the net. Went just a little bit over. Costello will line up with the draw with McLean and Stanko on his sides. Kotek on the back with Raposo. A shot from him, thrown in front, and a battle for it, and they score. The Bulldogs, I think I believe
McLean.
that was Cooper McLean, assistant captain.
It was-
Not sure who was assisted by.
It was a scramble. It was an initial shot. Goalie couldn't hold on to it, bounced up, and next thing you know, it's in the back of the net. There were like 5 bodies run onto that one. So very hard to tell. McLean, I'm almost positive had the actual goal. I think Stanko had an assist. I don't know about Costello, but I'm pretty sure Stanko had one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to agree with you. We'll find out in just a minute to update you guys on for sure who has that assist and who has that goal.
So it looks like they're going to switch up who takes the draw here.
Talking a little bit with the refs and the Alabama coach right now. So that'll be just a minute to get back to play.
I think the coach was a little questionable on that goal. Brennan Stanko taking the draw, and he'll give it up to the Crimson Tide, chip it back in, and they'll try and get one. Take a hard check up against the boards, but they'll hold on. Throw up to their D, and they can't keep it in the zone, so they'll have to recoil. Chip back down, and Stanko almost on a fast break there, couldn't quite peel away. Bulldog forecheck again, doing a great job, or back check I should say, doing a great job of keeping guys out of their zone. Costello carrying the puck, drops it back. Kotek couldn't hold on to that. We'll get a 3-on-2 form here, and they'll peel up and can't quite get the pass off to each other, so it'll get thrown up and out of the zone. Costello carrying the puck with speed over the blue line, throws it on net. Goalie makes the initial save. Back down low, looking for back door from Stanko. Couldn't quite get it there. And the Tide will carry this one in, throw it on net. And goalie makes a save, throws it on again. Goalie makes another save. We'll get a whistle.
Update you guys on that goal that was made by Cooper McLean, assisted by Costello and Stanko.
Yeah, like I said, you really couldn't see who touched that puck on that. It was very hard to.
It's hard to see, especially when they pass so much to each other. It's like it moves fast.
Oh, well, in that situation, it was just up in the air. And at that point, it's toss-up of who's touching it. Looks like we're going to get a toss on the draw from Fisher for the Bulldogs. So they'll come in for him. They'll win the draw back. And puck's thrown back down. Donaldson getting out of the zone with it. Throws it up. The Tide will break that one up. It'll be battled for, and Donaldson will hold on to the puck and kick it back down into the corner, battle for it, but the Tide will come up with it. They'll turn it over in the slots, and Fisher throws it on net, goes a little bit wide. Chipped back up with the hash marks and out. Hard hit there by Perkowski, and a shot from the blue line. Goalie tried to make that save, but it was just wide. Couldn't keep that one in the zone there, so Bulldogs will have to recoil out here. They take it back into their own zone. Look for a D to D, can't quite get there. So they'll take it back into the corner with the Tide, and then we'll battle for it. Donaldson comes up with it, chips it up, it goes right into the netting. And
Just under a minute and a half left in the second period. Shots on goal currently stand 33-19 in favor of the Bulldogs. That is a huge change from last period. I believe when we started this period, we had 19-3, I want to say.
I think it was 18-3, but yeah, about that. But yeah, the Crimson Tide definitely firing on all cylinders, I think. I mean, maybe they have some more for the third period, but they're definitely doing a lot better job this
Either
period.
way, neither team is backing down at all.
Yeah, no. Behind the Bulldog net, they're carrying it. And in the corner, it's chipped back up. Donaldson tries to get it out again, and it'll be battled for. Can't seem to get across the blue line. The Tide will take control. Top of the circle, a shot from the slot. Good block there. Actually, it looked like that one kind of hurt him a little bit. Took a second to get up from that one as the Bulldogs will ice the puck.
It's like we were saying earlier, though. These Bulldogs will do whatever it takes to keep their goalies safe in that net. And Captain Justin Fisher definitely just showed that. He got a pucks, I don't even know where, skate, thigh. I'm not sure where that ended up.
I think it hit the inside of his thigh, I think. Looked like Tide will win this back, throw it on net, and goaltender, I think, got a piece of that one, kicked it away. Back up against the boards, 47 seconds on the clock here. And it'll come back down. It'll be battled for. Bulldog player come up with it. Fisher passes a shot, and the goalie makes a great save there. That was just a bad break for the Tide. They'll come back down with speed here. 2-on-3 in favor of the Bulldogs. A shot on net. Goalie makes a save. And player goes into the net and is then thrown down as he collided with both the goaltender and the net. And, you know, never, biggest rule, and one of the biggest rules in hockey, don't touch the goalie. And I don't think a couple of the Bulldog players liked too kindly that he just kind of went right into the goalie and didn't try to avoid that contact. So it looks like get a couple of fresh legs for the Tide. And maybe some confusion here about a penalty. The penalty box door is open, but nobody's skating over to it. So the referee has his arm up, so nope, no call.
I guess not.
I think there was just confusion among the ref and the penalty door operator here at Arrington.
I'm not sure what's going on right now.
I think a couple players just got off. They weren't allowed to change.
Okay.
And refs just trying to sort that out. Bulldogs will win it back in their own zone. Try and chip it out. They will. The Tide taking it into neutral. 19 seconds left on the clock in the second period. Bulldogs ice it again. 17.9 remaining. For the Tide, it would be optimal for them to get a goal, get something behind the net right now. Quick play, whatever you got to do, get something in. As far as for the Bulldogs, put everybody in front of the net and try and just get it out. Don't keep. I wouldn't keep icing the puck. You can, but just keep it away from your goalie. Bulldogs will win it back. Take it behind their own net. Chip up to the hash marks. It's chipped out, but Tide will carry it out. 8 seconds on the clock. D-to-D pass for the Tide. Throws it up to center, and it bounces. No icing as it was tipped. And that's going to do it for the second period here.
What a period.
Home team still leads, but now it's 7-1. Shots 34-20 in favor of the home squad. Julia, give me 3 keys for both teams going into the second period, or third period, excuse me.
3 keys, both teams going to the third. All right. So from Alabama, I think they got to work on their speed. They got to work on their passing, and they have got to slow down a little bit. I think they're working too hard to get on that net, and they're not really slowing down enough to make those options and make those passes like the Bulldogs are doing. So I definitely would do that. And then for the Bulldogs, I got to say, just keep it up. They're doing really, really good with the passing, really good with the speed. I think they can definitely come out for more, and I think they're definitely going to. So I think Astalos is going to tell them, keep what you're doing. Don't let your head down. They can give us a look. They got one on us. That means they can get more, and we're not going to let them. So super excited to see what they bring out. Both teams in third period. We'll see you in about 15 minutes.
All their bottles on the Wow Cafe. They can knock about over using their stocking running ball.
It's so touchy.
Hands or feet. Let's hear it for our first contestant, number 1, Todd Tomzak.
Actually, no, the only game that I
Going up against contestant number 2, Noah Jepson.
over break, but nobody was watching it. Nobody cared about it. Yeah, it was the only one that no problem.
Go! And the knocking down of the bottles has begun.
Oh, shit. This kid's killing it. Hello, Adrian College hockey fans, and welcome back to the beautiful Arrington Ice Arena for this third period of Bulldog hockey. Current standing is 7-1 in favor of the Bulldogs. Shots on goal is 34-20 in favor of the Bulldogs as well. Both teams have come out with a lot these past two periods. Talked a little bit about how the Bulldog team is just looking to work hard, full 60 minutes, be smart, keep it easy. What do you think both teams are going to bring out this last period, Nick?
Both teams, I think, are going to bring out a lot of energy. Is going to be the first one. You know, Alabama had a pretty good goal. I mean, it was could have been a little dirty goal, as you could call it. But you know, sometimes it's what you need to motivate your team. And with the Bulldogs being up 7-1, I think we could see them just continue to roll. But they win the initial draw, and it's chipped up to Silverio and tried to give it a Glimpo, but couldn't quite get there. And it's fallen back down into the defensive zone for the Bulldogs. And chip back up. Silverio carries the puck, 3-on-2 forming. It's Moore and Glimpo. He gives it to Glimpo, couldn't get the pass off. Back down behind the Crimson Tide net to Moore. Looking for options, wheels around. And he'll carry the puck, throw it back in deep where Silverio will chase. Wheel around the bottom. And shot from Glimpo, 2 shots from Glimpo. Goalie makes a leaping save. Good start to the period for the Bulldogs, just over 30 seconds in.
You know, one thing that Coach Salas said, you know, we got to go hard out the gate. And I think it means that not even just in the first period, in every single period. And his team is really, really good at doing so. So that's super exciting to see the Bulldogs relaying what their coach wants them to do every single game, every single play.
Yeah, and they do a great job of just keeping it simple, like you've been saying, and doing what they got to do. And that's how they win games so well. And that's how they won the national championship last year. They keep it simple. They don't get in over their heads. And they just do a great job of keeping their heads cool. A little bit of an encounter there. I think that's McLean.
Yeah, he just kind of tripped up a little bit, and the goalie happened right behind him.
Yeah, McLean's a big boy, so that kind of had to not feel good.
A big fall right there.
Yeah. Draw to the left of the goaltender. Bulldogs win it back. Stanko with the puck drops back down, and a shot, and goaltender makes an easy routine save. Throw back on him. Goaltender makes another save. And Kotek throws it back in deep, and Bulldogs will have to come out of the zone here as it's chipped out. The recoil, McLean chasing hard. Wheels around the backside of the net, and Tide will come out of the zone. 4-on-3 forming. Chip back down, Stanko in the corner. A little battle for it. And it comes back up, and it's thrown up. And thrown nice and deep for McLean, and there'll be an icing. And the Bulldogs will have to come back into their own zone.
A lot more stoppages of play in this first, not even 2 minutes, than we have seen the other periods.
Yeah, we've seen a lot more, like you said, a lot more stops. I think both teams being, even though the score is the way it is, they've both put in hard work. I think they're starting to feel a little bit of tiredness. Crimson Tide, good look shot there, and actually got deflected into the corner. It'll be battled for. Stanko will take it out of the corner and chip it back up. It gets thrown back down to Kotek. Not on the other side of the net. Pick that one up. It's chipped up, and the Tide will carry this one into the neutral zone. Try to recoil. They will. Back in, and in the corner, fake chips it back down, and it's thrown back out. And actually looked like that. It looked like from up here that puck hit the netting, but the referees didn't think so. The puck's iced, and it looks like the Bulldogs are going to have to come back into their own zone again. Some of them pretty tired. 17:50 left in the third. 37-20 shots in favor of the home team.
Faceoff is once again coming back to the Bulldogs to the left of the goalie.
Tide wins it back. The Bulldogs will fight that one, and it'll get chipped in deep. And thrown back up. Frederik Jelly drops the puck off to his captain, Fisher, and throws it back in deep. And the Tide will get this one out of the zone again. And they'll come down one-on-one. Skeski will take this one deep and try and wheel it around. Frederik Jelly can't hold on to that one, so it gets thrown back in. Thrown out, bounces. It sounded like it hit a stick of player. Fredericton Jelly in the offensive zone. Perkowski wheels around. He gets tripped up. Penalty coming to the Tide. The shots, and goalie makes a nice routine save. And the Bulldogs are going to have a power play. Good call from the referee. Easy call. Obvious one. Tripped him on a shot. You know, sometimes there's always the conversation of if you take a penalty like that to prevent a good shot, or if it's, you know, you just let your goalie try and save that one. I think he just took it for the team, honestly. It wasn't a selfish penalty.
Right. Well, and I think at this point that's not exactly a bad idea for them. I don't think putting themselves on the penalty kill is the best of ideas, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do just to keep the puck out of the net.
If anything, to keep the puck out. Tide can't get this one out, so it'll get dropped back. Stone with the puck at the blue line, wheels around, D-to-D pass. So that's not with the puck, and it gets poked away. Stone will chase. He'll pick this one up. He's almost tripped up there. He keeps his edge. Stone wheels around, body check, thrown. Tide will throw this one back in deep. Not will carry the puck, wheel around the backside of his net, catch a body. Stone picks this one up. It's chipped back up the finger. 1:26 left on their power play. For a pretty calm one in terms of Bulldog power play here. In the corner behind the Tide net, Finger chips this one down. Fisher going to try and get to it. Gives it to Stone, back down to Fisher. He's going to hold on, buy some time. Up to Stone. And back down to Fisher, who's going to go look for a shot in the slot. Throws it in front, and goalie makes a couple of great saves there. Looking for a backdoor opportunity. Couldn't get the pass off. Stone can't keep this in. 56 seconds left on the power play. Bulldogs come back in the zone. Pizzo with the puck, throws it on, and he scores. Goaltender just went under his glove. Couldn't keep that one out. Bulldogs will take the lead 8-1 in the third period. About 5 minutes gone. Taking an even more dominant lead here over the Crimson Tide.
You know, you're really not seeing the Bulldogs let up on anything, and that is absolutely amazing. Coach and assistant captain Chris McLean both said that we're going to skate hard the full 60 minutes. So, you know, Coach is glad they're on the same page about that, and they really are doing really, really awesome about showing that.
Yeah, you know, like I said earlier, I've never seen this Bulldogs team in specific, let up on the gas. Even last year, I never once saw them let up. It was always a battle, even when they were leading, say, you know, by 10 goals, 11 goals, whatever. Never see them let up.
As soon as you let up, something else is going to happen. So These Bulldogs do not absolutely let that happen at all.
Kuhn in the corner will battle for that one. And Fredericton Jelly with the puck. Gives it to Choi, throws it in deep. Kuhn will chase, won't get there. It'll be battled for. Donaldson picks it up to Kuhn. And ends up popping out, going all the way down ice to their goaltender. Pozo will drop the puck up to Kuhn. Nice big pass there. Pozo takes control off the boards. Looking for Donaldson. Can't keep it. So Choi will carry the puck up into the zone and battle for it. Thrown in front. Fredericton Jelly shoots, and goaltender makes a nice save. A little uncomfortable one, looked like. Got caught between his trapper and his blocker.
And that Bulldog goal was done by freshman Raposo, assisted by Dan Stone.
See a lot of familiar names on goal, the goal score sheet tonight. Had a couple of standout players, which said the name of one of them very many times. I don't think he's on the ice right now. Freshman Brendan Stanko, 5 points tonight. And that's incredible to have a 5-point game as a freshman, the 4th game in. Bright future for him in Bulldog hockey. And the Tide will get a good shot off a deflection. Goalie kept that one out. They'll rinse it back down deep. Klimpel will battle for it. It'll pop out, so Rio gives it to Klimpel, who's coming up with speed. Got more with him. Drops it to him, more at the top of the circle. Throws it on net, goes just wide. Tide will get this one out of the zone, and it goes all the way back down. Thrown back up. Silverio with the puck, giving it to Greneau. He's going to battle for it, and it ends up seeping past Klimpel and pops out to Stone, who's going to dump it in deep. His team gets onside and will chase. Tide carrying the puck here, wheels around backside of their own nets. trying to get out of the zone. Shots 41-20 in favor of the home team. Tide carry the puck, fighting for it in the corner here. Up to this slot of shots and through a couple bodies, but misses the net. Tide still carrying top of the circle, far D line, and throws it on net. Goalie with a great glove save. So if you're the Crimson Tide, Julia, give me two things that that's going to be like pivotal for them to get more goals and try and get back into this game with 13 minutes left.
Oh gosh, that's a hard two. Ooh, all right, I'm gonna have to go with skating even harder than they have this entire game. I know third period, that's kind of hard to do, especially going up against such a tough opponent, but they've really got to move their feet. They've got to get fast if they want to get down to the other side of the ice more. And then I guess second thing would be use your options. I feel like they're a little bit more clumped than the Bulldogs are, and that doesn't really do much for them. I think if they spread it out, gave themselves time to look at the options, it would help them to get a look.
Couldn't agree more. Niski carries the puck up behind the Tide nets, looking for an option, doesn't have one. Goes up to the blue line, goes back down deep, and looking for an option, and instead he battles for it back up to the blue line, back down to him. Cross to Niski at the top of the circle, who will throw it in front. Looking for Stanko, couldn't quite get it in the net there. Battled for her, and the Tide will come up with it. They will proceed down ice. And a good hip check there. And Bulldogs carry the puck behind their own net. Donaldson will pass off to Stanko. Brandon Stanko, as I said earlier, 5 points tonight in his 5th game here as a Bulldog. He's a freshman. They're holding on to the puck behind the net, just taking their time, trying to get some even changes and wheel it out. A pass up, and they couldn't hold on to it. Fisher couldn't quite keep that one down. And chipped up and thrown back down. And Troy with the puck chips it up, looking for an option. Tide picks it off, almost a breakaway. 2-on-2 here. They battle for it, throw it on net. Goalie makes initial save. Nobody there to pick up the rebound. Bulldogs will. Now battle for it up against the board. Donaldson gives it off to his teammate, his captain Fisher. Throws it up and cross ice. Nobody was there. Donaldson will get there though. Fisher will chase behind the Tide nets, along with Frederick and Jelly with him. And Kotek throws this one on net. It'll be battled for a wide open net, and shot missed there. Goaltender somehow kept that one out. Thrown on net again. Mike Finger there was going with the chance. Up to Nod, the blue line, throws down the center. The pass couldn't get there. Finger drops back, throws it on, and couldn't quite hit the net there, just wide. Fisher dumps this one back in deep for Perkowski, but will be battled for from the Tide. Finger battles for it, looking for a teammate, can't quite find one. The Tide will dump this one down. 10:50 left in regulation, and the Tide ice the puck. The draw will be in their zone offensive zone face-off for the Bulldogs. Lead 8-1. Shots at 42-22 with 10:49 left in regulation.
I think these Bulldogs really worked hard this entire game so far. You know, they got a little over 10 minutes left in the third period, but, you know, as a team, they were looking for coming out, working hard the entire time, not giving anything up that's, you know, obviously you can't avoid. And they've done a really phenomenal job of that this entire game and continue to.
It's really interesting because they say, there's always the saying that, you know, you never play like even regular season, it's kind of just preparation for playoffs, which at this point is so far away you wouldn't even think of it. But really, it feels like we're watching a playoff game right now. The way the Bulldogs are playing, the speed they have, it feels like this is a team that just is in playoff mode. They know their team so well. It looks like we're going to have a delayed call coming up here. Didn't quite catch it. Looks like we're going to be a hooking call. I think it's against the Bulldogs.
I think it's for Frederick and Jelly.
Yeah, I think so. A little bit of a hook there. There's a wide open opportunity a couple seconds ago. A couple of those that the Bulldogs kind of just missed up on, and nothing wrong with that. They lead by 7. What's one more? But this is going to give the Tide a chance here. Power play they haven't seen too much tonight. See what we can get there from them. Try and get themselves back into this game a little bit. 10-12 left in regulation. Chip down low for the Tide, battled for, but the Bulldogs will come up with it. Dump this one all the way down ice. Get a clear. No changes for either team. And got Stone and McLean here on defense. Tide comes in, looking for hip check. Stone catches a slash, excuse me. No call. Tide with the puck. Shot from the slot. Goalie kicks that one away with ease. Fisher in the corner, battled for, and can't seem to escape the zone. Fisher will take control and get it out. Just enough to get out, but the Tide will have to recoil. Carry back in. Their one-man advantage up to the blue line. D-to-D pass, a shot, and didn't even get to the net. Good shot block there. A little bit of a diving slide. Cross ice, up to the circle. Pass, a shot, and it hit somebody. I don't know if it hit the goalie, but I heard it hit a pad. Stayed out of the net, though. Back down in the corner. 50 seconds left on the Crimson Tide power play. Behind the Bulldog net. They're looking for something here, looking for options. Past the top of the circle, a shot bounces off the captain Mike Fisher's stick, and it's thrown all the way down ice by Dan Stone. Bulldogs going to get a wholesale change here, all 5 players. And body check up here against the boards to delay the Crimson Tide come in. And they'll make their way into the zone. Skensky on the man with the puck here in the corner. Tide carried up against the boards. The hash marks up to the blue line. Back down to the top of the circle, a shot, and goes just wide, but doesn't get behind the net. Bulldogs will carry this one away. Finger carrying the puck, he'll dump it in, and they'll fall back. Him and Perkowski lurk in the zone, but not trying anything crazy. Tide coming down here, 3 on 2 here, and the Bulldogs will come even strength. And the Tide had a couple of good looks on their power play, but nothing successful. Bulldogs will chip this one out. Finger with the puck over the blue line and gets knocked down. Passes it off, and a good opportunity here. Thrown on nets. Goaltender makes an easy save. Backhander. A bad giveaway from the Crimson Tide there. Silverio with the puck. Top of the circle will wheel around up to the blue line. And take it to a partner, not shoots, and goes just wide of the net. Kotek can't get back quick enough to keep this in, so his team will have to recoil. A couple of changes here for them. Kotek carries, wheels around, goalie kicks that one away. Dominic Moore trying to fight on defense there. So Rio battles it. I believe that's Moore in the corner, also battling for it. Mario with the puck, not on the blue line, waiting for it to fall back. Costello battling for it, and the Tide gain control and will get out of the zone. Oh, they will not get out of the zone immediately. It gets poked away by Kotek, I believe that was, and did a great job keeping that in. Bad break there. Bulldogs couldn't keep up. 2-on-0 here. Goalie keeps that one out of the net. Big save there. There was a pinch up by a defenseman that just was not smart, and Kotek is caught up in somebody. They go dancing, and now we've got a penalty. I believe it's against the Bulldogs. Indeed it is.
No, Kotek is not one of those guys that you really want to get caught up in. He is a big dude. He landed straight on the Alabama player.
Yeah, that wasn't intentional.
No,
by
not
any
at
means.
all.
It's just they got caught
But
up in each other and just
definitely had to hurt.
flipped on top of him, and sometimes that happens. And
Yep.
the player from Alabama looked like he was shooken up, and I don't blame him. But Marcel Kotek is a junior, 6'4", 220 pounds. I would absolutely hate to have that man fall on me. That would be awful. That's like bottom of the list of things I would ever want. The Bulldogs on the kill here will come out of the zone. Frederick Angeli trying to wheel around. Turns it over to the Tide, who will wheel off. Frederick Angeli still fights for it. Good forecheck from him. Trying to keep his squad's chance of a shorthanded possible. Wheels around, and the Tide give it up to Kuhn, and he'll take it back into the defensive zone, and they'll dump it. The Tide keep this one in, not for long until Kuhn gets this one out. He's coming with 2-1, throws it on net just wide. It'll bounce out of the zone. No way defenseman was getting to that. It's tipped down, and the Tide will recoil into their own zone. 1:11 left on the Bulldog penalty here. Tide carrying the puck. And over the blue line, creeping in on the goaltender, wheels around, throws it in front. Goalie makes a good save and gets a whistle for his squad.
You know, coming to this game, goalie Michael Barrett is 3-0 for the Dogs this season with a .67 goals against average and a .960 save percentage. He is doing absolutely phenomenal for these Bulldogs last season and this season to start off.
Draw taken by the Bulldogs. Just taken back in their own zone. Greneau chips up and dumps. This one gets dumped all the way down. Crimson Tide goalie will come out to grab that. Glimpo on the forecheck here. And looks like they're going to wheel back. Communication between him and his partner Fisher on this 4-4. Tide carrying it up, poked away, but gets back in deep and thrown back down. And onside, Glimpo will get there. And the goalie for Crimson Tide is actually out there battling with Glimpo. Stone can't keep this one in. Will battle for it, will win the battle, and will continue into the Adrian zone. Up against the board, the Tide battle for it. They'll take the puck at the blue line, can't keep it in. And Glimpo laying on a vicious body check up against the board. And saw that one coming from a mile away. Tide carrying this one into the zone. 2-on-1 in favor of the Bulldogs. Greneau chips this one. Bulldogs are even. 3-on-2 forming here. Kotek out of the box with the puck. Wheels around. Catches a body. Keeping it clean. Greneau throws this one on net. Sails wide over. Actually got a piece of the goaltender's glove, but kept that one down. Dominic Moore carrying the puck. Gives it cross. Couldn't get there. Finger looking for an opportunity on the short side. Couldn't get there fast enough. Tide will come back down. 4:13 remaining in the third period. Chipped out by Shoei. And top of the circle, Tide will throw this one on net. Goalie lost that one and ended up in the far corner. And it's carried against in the back of the Bulldog net on the other side. Looking for a pass. This is the Perkowski. It's down to Shoei. Throws it far. Saucer pass to Moore, who drops it back down to Finger. 3-on-2 with 3-on-2 here. Throws it centering. Goalie swats that one and holds on to it for his team.
One of the intense last 2 minutes of play from both teams.
Yeah.
Both teams are really bringing out a lot just now.
And with back-to-back penalties to the Bulldogs, the power plays to the Crimson Tide, they've really done a good job of trying to take advantage of that.
They have. They've definitely given the Bulldogs a look, and they're not letting anything up.
Draw to the left of the goaltender. Tide wins it back, takes it behind their own nets. Wheels around, chipped up. They will exit the zone. 3-on-2 forming here, but Costello's catching up with back check, looking for a pass, and slipped through the goalie, but ended up on the far side where nobody was. Battled for, and it ends up a hard hit there against from Knott, the Adrian side. Great opportunity for the Tide, but the goalie stepped up big there and kept that one away. It'll be battled for again up the blue line. Tide will keep this one in somehow. Back down to the corner. Kotek carrying the puck by his own net. 3:04 chips it up to Donaldson, who will chase the puck. Play a little chip and chase here. Throws it in deep and on net. Goalie will kick that one to the side where his teammate will pick it up. Puck bounces up. Bulldogs player holds on to that. Kotek with the puck at the blue line. Bounced off, but not kept it in. Back down for, I believe that's Costello. Throws it up, and it will exit the zone. Nobody was there to keep that in. Not chipped down, or pitched down and couldn't get back fast enough. Not in his own zone. Chips up for Silverio. Looking for a pass. He'll get one. Frater Kingelli couldn't get around the Tide player. Instead takes it to the boards, where his teammate will meet up with him. Tide will exit the zone successfully, but a hard hit there from Dan Stone, bodying off the puck. Whipple there with him along with Kuhn. Frater Kingelli chasing. 2:07 left in the third. Behind the Tide nets. They will carry the puck, chip it up to the hash marks, try to get out. Kuhn will give the puck up to Frater Kingelli, who will throw this one up. Kotek can't keep it in. Stone will chase. 150 left on the clock here. Gonna be interesting to see if Tide tries to pull a goalie or if they just let this one go. Carried in, can't get a pass off to Kuhn. Frederick and Jelly got a good hit there. Back down in the corner. Kuhn carrying, wheels around, looking for Glimple. He'll find him. Behind the net, back to Kuhn at the hash marks. Drops down to Glimple. Will pinch up in reverse. Top of the circle, a shot from Frederick and Jelly, just wide. So will meet on the close side here. The rest of the booth. Kuhn will carry the puck and get knocked down. It'll be battled for. The Tide will carry out. 3-on-2, but Kuhn giving a good forecheck will give Frederick and Jelly the puck. 1:10 left in regulation, and Frederick and Jelly stood up there on the top of the circle. Tide carry the puck, just wheeling around, taking their time now. Shipped up, Bashoy carrying the puck, has Fisher with him. And caught a body, but the Tide player will get the puck out, or attempt to. Bashoy will keep that one in off of a finger bounce. Fisher looking for a good short side opportunity, couldn't find it there. Puck will be fought for and will get out of the zone. Kozo can't keep this one down, so it'll get chased down. 33 seconds left in regulation.
You know, coming into this game, we were coming off of a 24-game win streak coming into this weekend, and the Bulldogs just made it their 25th consecutive win. And that is absolutely amazing.
Hey, a lot can change in 14 seconds.
Not enough to win it.
The puck's back up to the blue line, and Skesky throws this one into the corner. 5 seconds left on the clock. And Skesky with the puck. We'll throw one more on. Goalie makes a good save. Clock's going to run, and that's going to do it for us here at Arrington.
Shots on goal ending with 49-26 in favor of the Bulldogs. Ending score 8-1 for your Bulldogs. It was an absolutely amazing game, especially from their Bulldogs. Both teams come out with a lot. There's a lot of speed, a lot of creativity, a lot of passing.
Game 2 of this series tomorrow here at Arrington, 3 p.m. Julia, both teams, what do you think they can both get out of this and work to get?
Well, one thing I think the Bulldogs can get out of this is that, you know, you got to stick to what you know. You can't get crazy all the time, even though they absolutely can. They're phenomenal, but they stick to what they know, and that's what works best for them. You know, I'm sure they learned this game as we do every other game. But if we stick to what we know, if we stick to what coach says, we skate hard all 60 minutes, it is going to turn out for us. We are going to do good things, and I think they learned that. And I think that tomorrow, Alabama really needs to focus on taking a step back in the beginning and setting things up. I think more in the third period, they definitely did that more than they did in the first two. But in order to get a look at this Adrian Bulldog team, you've got to give a little bit more. So I'm super excited to see what both teams bring out tomorrow. I'm sure the Bulldogs are super fired up to come back out. And this has been Julia Smith with Nick Rizzo, where we'll see you tomorrow.